To solve this question, normally I would start with finding the difference between each pair of numbers, but each number has a different denominator, so there's not an easy way for us to add or subtract. So this tells me that this is likely geometric in nature, especially because the denominators are decreasing at a pretty rapid rate. So there's some kind of multiplication or division going on here. Let's start from our smaller numbers and work our way backwards. To get from 6 to 36, we would need to multiply by 6. To get from 36 to 216, I think we probably will also have to multiply by 6. Let's try it. 6 times 6 is 36, carry the 3. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 3 is 21. So that's the pattern going backwards, at least in our denominators, not for the whole fraction, but just in our denominators. If we go forwards, that means we are dividing our denominators by 6. And what that really means, what that looks like, if I actually write out these fractions, we have 1 over 7,776. If we multiply a fraction like this by the number 6, what happens is this diagonal relationship comes into play. Because once we multiply these straight through, 6 times 1 is 6, and 7,776 times 1 is just itself. And then we would factor out the greatest common factor of 6, but you can do that a step early. You can look diagonally here and factor out the greatest common factor of 6, leaving 1 and 1,296, which gives us the overall result of 1 over 1,296. Then the same thing happens again. We multiply by 6. This diagonal relationship, we factor out 6. We're left with 1. And we're left with 216, leaving us with 1 over 216. And it continues like this. We multiply by 6, and it reduces our denominator. So that means for this last step, we would need to multiply 1/6 by 6 to get our final answer. Looking at this diagonal relationship, we can factor out the greatest common factor of 6, leaving us with 1 in both places. So we'll have 1 times 1, which would just give us 1, and 1 times 1, which would just give us 1. Giving us an overall answer of the whole number 1, making B our correct answer.